high street practice. I didn't train with a big glitzy city law firm. I trained in a North London high street, and I know what the high street is all about, and I know that that's where the consumer goes to for their legal services.
Why should people join High Street Lawyer?
As we've said a number of times today, being a lawyer in a small law firm can be a fairly lonely experience, and it can be a fairly lonely, isolating time. You've got no one to bounce ideas to. You've got no one to sense check things that are going on.
Yeah.
We're trying to create a community here. We're trying to create a network. We're trying to create an environment whereby those people who represent the majority of the legal profession in this country can have a support system, can have people that care about what they're doing, have like-minded people that they trust and that they can share ideas with.
So what exactly do members of High Street Lawyer get?
So ultimately, they get the community, they get the network. That's what we're, at the end of the day, what we're trying to achieve. If we break that down into what services we actually provide, we provide services ranging from compliance help, regulatory help. We've heard about HR and people services. We're going to hear a bit more about that in a minute from Tony. We provide marketing, whether it's lead generation marketing or the ability to do your own marketing, newsletter marketing, which we're doing for firms. We talked a lot today about outsourcing things that you can't do yourselves. We do some of that for the law firms. So the whole range of services that we provide, but we also want to add to those services all the time. We want to hear from the people who are here and our target audience about what else we're meant to be providing. We want to be the voice of the smaller independent law firm. And we'll provide the services that make those good law firms, it's very important, you've got to be good law firm to begin with, make those good law firms better law firms.
Good to great.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What's the best thing about High Street Lawyer? There's lots to choose from.
Without it being cheesy, it's days like this. It's the events where we get everybody together and we get the energy in the room and we see the power of networking. And we see, and I've seen it a few times today, of people who didn't know each other before, who are passing work, passing referrals, giving advice to each other, chatting to our sponsors about how do you do it, what should I do, getting advice, and that gives me a buzz. It really genuinely does, that we're facilitating that environment to help those law firms to achieve something better, to achieve great.
And when you put on this event today with your team, what did you want to get from the day?
I wanted to get what I've just described, the energy and the power and the environment that the firms are growing, that they're getting something positive out of it, and they go back to their offices and they go back to their firms with some good ideas to implement.
We don't talk about kids and family law. It's certainly not top 5 according to Cosmo, so that's gospel. Last two, one is politics and current affairs, what's going on out there, and the last one is, I'll show you the last one. Gadgets and technology. Oh yeah, all the women go, oh yeah. So men talk about 5 topics most of the time. Women are 978 topics. Unbelievable. A woman could talk about that shade of black for an hour if she wanted to. Women talk more. They're great conversationalists, so women do give up more referrals. They want to help more. In a networking situation, there's a big difference between men and women. Women think relationship first, business and sale second. Men generally think sale and business first, relationship second. So you can see why women would refer more than men.
So here we are with the lunch, and there's quite some nice stuff. We've got some burgers here as well, and these are actually going to be my favourite kind of posh chips that I can believe are almost healthy for me. So I'm here with Brian Corcoran from High Street Lawyer. Brian, it's the lunch break at the conference. How do you think it's gone so far?
It's been a fantastic morning. Been really good delegates, really good speakers, really good content. Everybody seems to be networking extremely well. We're now having an enjoyable lunch.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
So I'm here with Stephen Newton from DLO Development. Stephen, you were the first speaker this morning.
For my sins, yes, I was.
Give us 3 highlights of your talk this morning.
Well, I think the first one was that
more and more firms are now finding the power of a niche by just direct personal experience. That what they find is that it becomes easier for them to be clear about their own market position. It makes it easier for them to get internal and external referrals because the target is very clear, they know exactly what they want. And more importantly, the people that they're asking for referrals can be very clear in their own mind about what it is that is being asked of them. And I think increasingly firms that are not dealing in a niche that is either based around a particular type of client or a particular practice area or a combination of those things are just going to find it hard to avoid just absorption of the general noise of marketing that's around the place. So the power of the niche is partly about developing a business, but it's also about engaging with your people to a greater extent than would otherwise be possible.
So I'm here at lunch break with Rob Brown from the Networking Coaching Academy. Rob, you've been emceeing the whole day so far. What do you think it's been like?
Well, it's been a pleasure to be the host. It's been an incredible morning already. What are we at? 1 o'clock now, and it's lunchtime. If you just look around how well people are networking, they're just bonding. And we know it's about partnerships, isn't it? It's about collaboration. It's about, everyone says, let's do the networking, it's really important, but really how good are people at it? But they're getting stuck in, they're asking great questions, they're having great conversations. That builds up good relationships, which creates opportunities and ultimately creates business. So with High Street Lawyer and Assure Law and Lawyers to You and the whole brand and all the sponsors that have come together, it's an amazing day, because how often do we take that time to think strategically about our business and come in and get around like-minded people, get some great professional development, some new ideas. It's a big investment, but they're making it work, not just with the content and the input that they're getting into how to do things better and different, but in the partnerships and the relationships that they're building. So yeah, it's been a terrific morning. A few people are on the stadium tour, and it's going to be an even better afternoon. So yeah, it's been a fun time.
So Rob, we're here at Old Trafford, home of Man United. Have you spoken to any Man City fans? There's at least one in the room.
I've been spoken to a couple of Leeds fans and an Everton fan, and I'm a whole City fan. So yeah, Manchester United are not our favourite people, but yeah, you can't deny it's a fantastic venue. It's classy, it's professional, they've looked after us. It's an amazing view on the pitch there. It's a hallowed place, and you can't help but be overawed when you come here. And it's a good place for lawyers, because the people that we've got here, they're aspirational. Yes, they're small-time lawyers in the grand scheme of things, but they've got big plans and big dreams. And we're better than the theatre of dreams that is Old Trafford to get on board with the enthusiasm and the vibe and the theme of doing better than you have done in the past. So, yeah, it's been a great day.
Hi, David Gilroy from Conscious Solutions here at the highstreetlawyer.com Strategy Day. I'm at home of Man United, Theatre of Dreams, Old Trafford. It's going to be a great day with lots of networking, and I'll update you with some various interviews and videos through the day. So here we are, outside in the stadium. That is the nicest piece of turf I've ever seen. Yeah. And we're about to have a little talk from Don Corker, the stadium guide guy. Here's Don. Say hi, Don.
Hi,
Don.
You okay?
Looking forward to a nice talk.
I'm always looking forward to it. My name's Don, this is Nigel.
Here we are, the visitors' dressing room at Old Trafford. We've got 11 shirts up. All the players are right here. Teams they're playing for now. Competition like a mess up. So here we are in the Man United dressing room. The shirts up. All the conference people are here. Lots of motorcars going on. Carry back in under.
So the new manager insists that all the players get changed in squad number order. It encourages integration. So really, wherever you see that shirt hung up, that's where that player got changed at the last home game, and it will be pretty much where he'll get changed at the next home game as well, if he's selected. The shirts in this corner, these players were not involved in the last home game, but obviously if they are picked for the next game, their shirts will be slotted in squad number order. Does that make sense? Take
Yeah, we're right on the halfway line, so great view.
So here we are, it's the end of the day. I'm with Guy Barnett. We're standing outside on the balcony here at Old Trafford. Guy, how do you think the day's gone?
Gone really well. Great venue, lovely pitch. It's great being in the northwest with all the firms from the area. Met some really positive people. It's a bit of a launch day for HSL, and if it carries on the way it started, it's going to have a very positive future, so I'm looking forward to it.
Fantastic.